Hi, my name is Cassidy Pinkham. I'm from Eastern Ontario, just about an hour south of Ottawa, 45 minutes south of Ottawa. Over the Christmas break, all of my family came back to my parents' and my grandparents' house, and we spent about 3 days all together playing board games, watching movies, and then we went to Upper Canada Village, which is a small pioneer type village that's kind of like a museum down near Cornwall, Ontario, which is right on the St. Lawrence River across from New York State. And so they decorated all in Christmas lights, and it's really pretty in the wintertime. And that's a tradition that we do about every year or two. Kind of just depends. Usually it's pretty cold, but this was about the warmest year that we could remember going. It was only about 4 degrees instead of negative 40. For my educational background, I did a little bit of ag management before this program and then switched to ag communications. I found that ag communications is just kind of a little more in the direction I'm looking to head after college. And then Olds College is the only college that I have attended though. And my background in agriculture is I'm the 5th generation of farmers in my county back home in Croton County. The first one was fresh off the boat from Ireland, and so the rest of us have kind of stayed within the same area, and all of our farms through the generations are within about a 10-mile radius of each other. So it's stayed pretty close. No one is on the original farm anymore. It was sold to a different family in about 1960 from the 3rd generation, and then my grandfather is the 3rd. Sorry, it was sold from the 2nd generation, my grandfather's the 3rd, and then my mom and my stepdad have a farm about 4 miles north on the same road from my grandfather. Professionally, graphic design and livestock photography and videography is something that I'm very interested in. So post ag communication certificate, I will be pursuing that more heavily and hopefully growing my own business, Broken Arrow Livestock Services, to a larger scale and making it my full-time career within the next 5 or so years is when I'd like to be completely fully self-employed and just doing that. So far in this program, I'm enjoying each topic, as a lot of the topics that are covered are things that I haven't learned before or that I'm not entirely in tune with. I've just kind of know little bits here and there, but for the most part, especially this semester, it's a lot of things that will be very new to me, and so I'm excited to learn new things. For interests and hobbies, I enjoy riding horses quite a bit. I was on a competitive drill team back in Ontario for a couple of years and then had to quit whenever I moved here. Obviously, it's a little bit far to go for competitions and practice whenever it's a 4-hour flight or a 46-hour drive. So just practicality-wise, I kind of had to take a step back, but it is something that I would like to get back into once I'm done with school and move back home for good. And then another thing is I have had a passion for photography, especially livestock photography, since I was about 10 or 11, I think, is when I got my first camera, and it was a little Samsung kind of point and shoot camera. And then when I was about 13, I got a Nikon D60, and then recently, a few months ago, I upgraded to Canon R50, which is what I'm shooting on now. And that is what I will take with me to the Black Hills Stock Show next month, whenever I go with Legacy Livestock Imaging. So that's another one of my interests / hobbies, I guess, is livestock photography, and I'm looking to make a career out of it, and this opportunity should give me a lot of insight and kind of background around the whole deal. And then for public relations, issues management, and crisis communications, I'm not 100% sure on any of them really. It's kind of like public relations is how you interact with the public and use your business in a meaningful way, and etc. And then crisis communications and issues management, I feel like kind of go together and are kind of just like keeping things that happen from blowing up out of proportion and kind of making a big deal out of something that could possibly be absolutely nothing. And so that's me.